This is me starting my first half marathon race ever, and as you can see, this is no ordinary marathon. It's on ice, only ice. And my goal isn't just to finish the race, it is to win it. Welcome to Tislefjorden here in Norway. Tomorrow I will be racing the frozen lake marathon that goes on this ice lake that is melting quite rapidly right now. So I hope it's thick enough to carry all of us runners. But that shouldn't really be a problem since this track is used as a test track for cars. But what would have been a problem is running with regular running shoes. Just check what happened when I tried filming that intro for the first time. So instead I will be racing in these shoes that has metal studs under them that should give me a lot better traction on the ice. So hopefully these will help me run faster tomorrow. Yeah, that's a lot better for sure to run in these. So now I really look forward for tomorrow. It will for sure be a really different racing experience. So today is race day and I'm really looking forward to the race. The weather is just optimal today and it's a bit colder, so the track should be frozen and not as wet as when I tested it yesterday. And looking at the track now, it's just so beautiful, surrounded with these mountain tops. Yeah, this will be fun, and this will also be my first race of the year and my first race since becoming a dad. So the last 4 months training hasn't been optimal, but I've been trying to keep in shape, and of course I will do my very best today and see what my legs are capable of on this ice. So let's warm up.
The Frozen Lake Marathon 2022. Finally, we are back at the Tislefjord in Norway.
From the start here I just tried to find a good rhythm and pace. What I'm most worried about is starting too fast, because I'm not used to racing these long flat races with such a monotonous load. I know it's really easy to push a bit too fast in the beginning when you feel completely fresh. But quite quickly I realized that I might have started the race a bit too easy, because I can see some guys starting to get a little bit too big of a gap there up in front. So I start pushing the pace just a little bit, and quite quickly I start passing some people and I get closer and closer to the top positions. Here we are about 3 kilometers into the race and I have moved into 4th position. And I'm feeling good and have a pretty consistent pace of about 4 minutes per kilometer. I can feel that the guy in front of me is slowing down the pace just a little bit, so I take my chance and pass him. And I must say I'm impressed with this guy running in shorts and a race singlet. I mean, I was running with winter tights and a jacket and still thought it was a bit cold. Although he was from the US, the guy that I passed, I guess he still had some more Viking genes in him than I do. Now we're about 6 kilometers into the race, and at this point my goal is to keep a consistent, good pace and try to close the gap to the guy in 2nd position. Once I caught up with this guy, my plan was to sit and draft behind him for a while and save some energy. But quite quickly I started to get a bit stressed, seeing the leader of the race slowly getting a bigger and bigger gap ahead of us. And at this point I'm still feeling good and I'm not ready to give up the victory in this race just yet. So I decided to make a move, and when I increased my pace I also moved to the other side of the course to make it harder for him to just follow in my back. I'm happy to see that I'm quite quickly are getting a gap, and now I'm running in this no man's land in 2nd place with the leading guy about 30 seconds ahead of me. After the adrenaline of moving into second place starts fading away, I get a bit stressed because at this point we still have about 13 kilometers to go, and I realized that I might have to run most of this completely alone out there on the ice. And this was quite mentally tough because out there on the ice you feel pretty small, and with my legs slowly getting more and more tired, it was easy to start thinking negative thoughts and look a lot backwards since my gap to the guy behind me was not increasing at this point of the race. But I decided to focus on myself and instead of looking backwards, keep fighting to maybe catch the leader. I'm hoping that he has gone out a bit too fast and that I can keep my steady pace of 4 minutes per kilometer and that I can eventually catch up with him. So running on the ice was really a special feeling. It was really cool, but it was actually a bit tougher than I thought it was going to be. Because even running with metal studs on your shoes, the ice isn't the fastest surface, because every time you push with your feet you slip just a little bit, and over the course of a half marathon you lose quite a lot of energy from this. But what was the most demanding this day was that in some parts of the course there was just a thin layer of ice, and beneath that it was the cold water that I had ran in yesterday, and running through parts like this really slowed you down. But to be honest, at this point of the race I actually appreciated the challenge, because it made it feel more like an adventure and broke up the monotony of just running there by myself, fighting to keep a good pace. But if I thought I was having a tough mental challenge trying to push hard by myself out there, this guy had it a lot worse. This is Wojciech Sobieski from Poland, and he participated in the full-length marathon, and he thought that that wasn't a big enough challenge on its own, so he decided to do it while pushing a car. That's just insane, and it was so impressive to hear that he actually managed to get it done. It took him 25 hours, so a big congrats to Wojciech for this incredible feat and getting a new Guinness World Record. While Wojciech was pushing his car over the ice, I continued keeping a consistent pace, still in second place, and I was getting closer to the finish line. And although it looked like I lost some time on the leader, I still hadn't given up the hope to catch him. That sign means 3 kilometers to go. It's starting to become tough, but 3 kilometers you can always push through, so let's do this. I'm finally seeing the finish line and have to realize that I'm not going to catch the leader. But I'm still very happy with my first half marathon race ever, finishing in second place in 1 hour, 27 minutes and 21 seconds. It was really a cool and different running experience, and it motivates me to keep training and do some more cool races this year. If you want to watch another race video from me, you can click here. As always, thanks for watching, train smart, have fun, and I will see you in the next video.